Chapter 2. The Council of the Munchkins. Dorothy woke slowly, as if rising from the bottom of a deep, warm pool. The floor beneath her no longer trembled. The air was still. For a moment she wondered if everything had been a dream. The roar of the cyclone, the floating house, the long drifting silence. But then Toto barked again, sharply, tugging at the hem of her dress. Something was different. Dorothy sat up and looked around. The little room was exactly the same, but the light outside the windows was brighter. So bright it seemed to shimmer. She stood carefully and went to the door. Her hand hesitated on the latch. Whatever waited for her outside was not Kansas. She pulled the door open. A soft gasp slipped from her lips. The world outside glowed with color. Brilliant green grass stretched out in all directions, dotted with wildflowers in shades she had never seen, bright blues, shimmering golds, deep reds like painted silk. Trees with glossy leaves sparkled in the sunlight, and birds sang with clear voices so sweet the notes almost seemed magical. Nothing in Kansas had ever looked like this. Dorothy stepped out into the warm air. Toto ran ahead, barking happily, chasing bright butterflies with wings like tiny stained glass windows. Dorothy felt a strange mix of awe and confusion wash over her. Then she noticed them. A short distance away, 3 people stood watching her. Small, cheerful-looking people dressed in shades of blue. Their hats were pointed, their shoes curled at the toes, and their faces were filled with wonder. Beside them stood a taller woman in a shining white gown. Her hair gleamed like silver in the sunlight, and a soft smile rested on her face. She looked kind in a way that made Dorothy feel instantly safe. The little people approached first. One of them, a round man with a polished blue hat, bowed deeply. "You are most welcome, noble sorceress," he said in a bright, musical voice. "We thank you most sincerely for destroying the Wicked Witch of the East." Dorothy blinked. I think you're mistaken. I haven't destroyed anyone." The man smiled patiently and pointed toward the corner of Dorothy's house. Dorothy followed his gesture and felt her breath catch in her throat. 2 feet in striped stockings poked out from beneath the edge of the house, and on those feet shone a pair of sparkling silver shoes. Dorothy stared in shock. "Oh, I didn't mean to. The house must have—" The tall woman in white stepped forward and placed a gentle hand on Dorothy's shoulder. "Do not be afraid, my dear," she said softly. "You had no wish to harm her, but the Wicked Witch is gone, and the land of the Munchkins is free at last." Dorothy looked up into the woman's kind eyes. "Who are you?" "I am the Witch of the North," the woman replied. "A good witch, though not powerful enough to fight the Wicked Witch alone. But your arrival and your house did what we could not." Dorothy wasn't sure what to say. Everything felt unreal. This bright land, these strange people, the silver shoes shining in the grass. "What is this place?" she finally asked. "You are in the eastern part of the land of Oz," said the Good Witch, "a magical country, cut off from the rest of the world, and though you have freed the Munchkins, I fear you are far from home." Dorothy's heart tightened. "Far from Kansas," the witch nodded gently. "Yes, my child, very far." Dorothy swallowed hard. Her eyes stung. She thought of Aunt Em and Uncle Henry, wondering whether they were safe, whether they were searching for her, whether she would ever see them again. The Good Witch lifted Dorothy's chin with a soft touch. "Do not lose hope. There is always a way home, but the journey will not be simple." the Munchkins murmured among themselves, nodding and smiling at Dorothy with gratitude. Toto barked proudly, as if he understood that they were thanking his girl for something remarkable. The good witch raised her wand. At her gesture, the fallen witch's silver shoes vanished from beneath the house and reappeared neatly on the ground before Dorothy. "These shoes," the witch said, "hold great magic. They belonged to the wicked witch, and now they are yours. No one knows all the powers they contain, but they may help you on your journey." Dorothy hesitated, then bent down and slipped the shoes onto her feet. They fit perfectly, as if they had been made for her. "What should I do?" she asked quietly. The good witch smiled. "You must travel to the Emerald City and ask Oz himself for help. He is the great wizard who rules this land, and he alone may know how to send you home." Dorothy looked out across the bright, unfamiliar countryside. The path ahead was unknown, magical, and frightening all at once. "I will go," she said softly. "If Oz can help me return to Kansas, I'll find him." The good witch lifted her wand in blessing. "Follow the road of yellow bricks. It will lead you to the Emerald City. And remember, my child, be brave, be kind, and trust your friends when you find them." With a swirl of shimmering light, the witch vanished, leaving Dorothy standing beside her little house, with Toto at her side, and a long, incredible journey beginning at her feet. And so Dorothy Gale took her first step into Oz.